Many of you may have heard me say Texas Matt from time to time. Well, that's because I'm from Texas. And what does that mean? Well, it means I know a thing or two about unbearable heat. Have you ever been there in the middle of summer? It is brutally hot. And that is just me talking as an office worker that sits in the AC most of the time. I can't even imagine what it would be like to work outside in that heat. Today, we're talking about a new rule that OSHA proposed on July 2nd.
Yay.
The rule is meant to protect workers from heat-related injuries and illnesses and ultimately help prevent on-the-job deaths from heat-related incidents. With 80% of heat-related deaths occurring in outdoor work environments, you would think we only need to worry about those outside workers, but that just isn't the case. Around 61% of non-fatal heat-related cases actually happen indoors. So this new rule would apply to anyone working indoors or outdoors without an adequate climate-controlled environment that is at risk of hazardous heat exposure. To further protect employees, OSHA is also addressing whether or not employees have existing health conditions. If an employee is exposed to extreme heat and already has issues with asthma or heart disease, those conditions could actually get worse and lead to things like heat stroke or even death. If you have any questions about this new rule or think you need to offer better protection for your employees, you can call, email, or fill out the form below and we would be happy to help. Just so you know, as an employer, you really should start considering these 4 things as they will be requirements under the new OSHA rule. 1, at a heat index of 80 degrees, employers have to provide drinking water and break areas. 2, at a heat index of 90 degrees, employers have to monitor for heat illness signs and give mandatory 15-minute breaks every 2 hours. 3, employers have to appoint a heat safety coordinator and review their heat safety plans annually. And 4, the rule is a specification standard, which means that employers must, without question, follow the set guidelines to a T. Now, just so you know, there are some exemptions where this rule wouldn't apply. Those would include situations where there is no expectation of exposure to high heat, short duration exposures, firefighting and emergency response, air-conditioned environments below 80 degrees Fahrenheit, telework, and indoor work that's mostly inactive. Employers are also required to create a heat injury and illness prevention plan, which will designate a heat safety coordinator to implement and monitor the plan. The requirements for the plan are that it include work activities covered, compliance policies and procedures, and heat index that would be used to monitor the heat conditions. Now, I'm summing all of this up for you, so for all the details on heat injury and illness prevention plans or how to identify heat hazards in indoor and outdoor work environments, just read the full article in the description below. This rule could protect 35 million workers nationwide, but because it may seem extreme by many, we think it might get some backlash in the comment period, even though there are already 5 states with similar protections in place. Also, since this is a law proposed by Biden, we wonder what would happen if Trump was elected for a second term, since he did pause a lot of new rulemakings in his first term. We will see how everything shakes out, but if you have any questions or concerns in the meantime, please give us a call, email, or fill out the form below, and one of our occupational healthcare specialists will help you out.